a princess to a queen, finding a way. With each flap of her wings, learning to sway. Following her heart on a breeze so tight, she faced the storm with all her might. Started off shaky, but she learned to soar. With the strength of a king, she wanted more. Riding the wind, breaking every chain. No longer afraid of a little rain. She's the queen of the skies, touching the sun. Every flight's a story, every battle won. Winged with power and a fearless vibe, reigning the heavens to kingdom wide. No cloud too high, no night too long. With every struggle, she's only strong. Through wind and thunder, she'd never fall. Her courage echoing in an endless call. Grace in her feathers, fire in her eyes, carving her path across the skies. Lifting above where the eagles rest, in the vault of the heavens, that she's truly blessed. She's the queen of the skies, touching the sun. Every flight's a story, every battle won. Winged with power and a fearless vibe, reigning the heavens, a kingdom wide. Reigning the heavens, her kingdom wide.
Hello, hello, my friends. How are you all tonight? I hope that you are doing well. Thank you very much for joining me. Hello, Miss Terry and Mary and Renee, Kimberly and Angela. Welcome in, ladies. Thank you for being here. I hope that you had a good weekend. Just wanted to make sure I got everybody that's in so far. We are going to start something a little new tonight, other than what the title says with the needle punch. We are going to do the needle punch, but after how very awesome you guys were with me the other night when I broke down, sobbing like a 2-year-old on a live, once again, I do apologize for that. I am an emotional person, but I really do try to contain it. It's just not always possible for me. But with the way you guys were so very awesome and generous and making donations and stuff like that, I decided that I wanted to start a little something to give back to the people that have done that. But of course, with our laws being as they are, I have to also include the people that come in and spend time in the live. So we will be doing that as well. And what I mean is from now on, any super chat, super stickers, or a PayPal, Cash App, however it wants to be, however you want to do, no pressure. I'm not asking for anything. I'm just letting you guys know how I want to move forward in giving back a little bit to you guys that do so very much for me by coming and spending time with me and going over and above by sending a little something here and there. So now, from now on, any super chat, super sticker from $1 to $4.99 is going to get their name wrote down once. Any from $5 to $9.99 will be 2 tickets, or their name gets wrote down twice. And for $10 and above, any amount above, that will be their name wrote down 5 times. Now, the only way that that is going to be different is if it is done via PayPal or Cash App, because, YouTube takes a great big chunk. So it will be all those figures the same, except for they'll get 2 tickets for the 1 to 4.99. They'll get 4 tickets for the 5.99 or 5 to 9.99, and they will get 10 for $10 and above. We will also be giving out 5 5 tickets or 5 name draws at the end of every single live. The only thing you have to do is be here to participate. So I hope that that sounds like fun to you guys. The prize packs will include a bag that I have made. I'm also considering either doing a hand dyed or a hand spun yarn, depending on the month and how well everything turns out. And of course, if that person is allergic to wool, we will have to do something different. And I can put like a mystery box or acrylic yarn together, something like that, because of course we don't want to exclude anybody that wants to participate. I hope that that sounds like something that you guys are interested in. If you're not, I completely understand. Like I said, I am not asking anybody for anything. My channel has not historically gotten a ton of super chats, and that is fine with me. I actually prefer to sell you something than to have you give me something for free. And I've been kind of feeling like I've been getting stuff for free with the super chats. And so this is my way of offering something back. Obviously, I can't do for each and every single person, but I can do something like this. And it can be a luck of the draw type of situation. Thank you, Miss Sally. I will get you wrote down as the very first person. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the winner. We will do it live. The very first live of every month is when we will draw for that. So I hope that that sounds good. Thank you very much, Miss Deborah. I will play both of you ladies a little video in just a moment. Now you see, I have a phone sitting up here. I do have it set up so you guys can see my hands while we are doing the needle punching, and I will show you that camera in just a moment. Oops, wrong video. Here we go, it's the right one. Hello, Michelle. Welcome in. And if I missed anybody coming in while I was rambling on, please do say hi again, or just say anything again, and I'll make sure to try to greet you. I'm very happy to have all of you in with me tonight. Yeah, I got the tripod with the arm going on. That's how I do videos, or like tutorials and stuff. I tried doing it where I looked through the screen of the phone and watched my hands, but oh, it's like being in the Matrix. It's crazy. I can't do it. I give mad props to those who can. With this setup, I can either be back here and looking underneath the camera at what I'm doing, or I can sit up this way and I can look from the side and see what I'm doing as I'm recording. And also, of course, when I'm recording a tutorial, I have the camera, the phone flipped over, and I can look at the screen. And a lot of times I will, I'll show you here. There we go. A lot of times I will put like a piece of tape like right here, and another piece of tape would go like right here, just outside the boundaries of where you guys can see. That way, like, I can mark on the table exactly where I need to be staying so that you guys can see everything that I'm doing. Welcome in, Miss Wanda. It's great to see you, sweetheart. Now, I didn't set up any of this beforehand because I thought I've only done needle punching just a little bit one time, and I know some of you were interested in it last week. So I thought, well, if I'm going to show you guys needle punching, I probably should show you the entire step, all the steps, how to do it, right? So this is your Ada cloth, and this is a needle punch hoop. Unlike an embroidery hoop, which is flat through this area here rather than having this groove, this has a female and a male side where this pushes down into that groove and helps to keep your fabric just a little bit snugger. Hello, Stella's mom. Welcome in. Sounds wonderful, Deborah. I can't wait to see that done. I'm sure it will be absolutely amazing. Thank you, Miss Wanda. I will get you wrote down in just a moment. So what I have done is I put the fabric on. So I'm going to kind of start the screw going in, and then I'm gonna snug everything up, but I want it to start on there first. Hello, Miss Karen. Welcome in. Now, I could do a poll, but hopefully I won't need to. Since this is for you guys, give me your opinions if your name gets wrote down more than once, because like Miss Wanda, Navy Mama there, her name will be wrote down twice. Would you guys prefer that your name is wrote consecutively when you make a donation like that or a super chat like that? Or should I kind of spread them out so that they're not right on top of each other? Let me know what you think, what you prefer, and we'll go from there. Because I want everybody that participates to, you know, believe that it is a fair and fun thing to do. Okay, that's Miss Wanda says, keep it simple and do it as they come in. Hello, Miss Lisa. How are you, sweetheart? Now, I'm just going around and kind of tugging on this little by little, trying to make sure that it's nice and taut. Well, Miss Wanda, actually, I have decided, since you guys are so awesome to me, that we were going to start something separate from the cauldron, that every super chat or super sticker or whatever donation to the channel, either via YouTube or via outside, you know, PayPal or Cash App, will be given an entry, and at the beginning of every month, the first live of every month, we will draw somebody from that list, and they will go home with a bag that I've made, as well as either some hand dyed or some hand spun yarn. And if they are allergic to hand dyed or hand spun, or even if you just rather to have acrylic yarn, I do know that some people are partial to their acrylic, and that is more than fine. I will be putting together a prize pack. If you guys would like me to do it like other channels do and show you what's going in the prize pack throughout the month, we can do that. I will probably start showing you stuff next week, because I didn't make the final decision on whether I was going to do this or not until like 10 minutes before I hit the go live button. I've been hemming and hawing about it for a while now, but sometimes I have a lot of anxiety. So I tend to overthink and overanalyze and think about it for a while before I decide to actually pull the trigger and do something. But just for a recap, if it comes in via YouTube, from $1 to $4.99 is one entry. From $5 to $9.99 is two entries. From $10 and above, it is five entries. And those amounts double if the donation is given via PayPal or Cash App. In other words, that would be two entries from $1 to $4.99, four for five to $9.99, and 10 for $10 and above. Hello, Melanie. How are you, sweetheart? Okay, so because we are all yarny folks, and I wanted to do something simple, that's why I didn't go with the pattern that I am working on myself, because there's a lot of color changes in that. And I figured for our very first time, we should probably do something that is extra simple and easy to do. And when I finish this up, somebody in the chat will get to have it as their own. So I'm just going to take a marker and kind of draw out a design. Doesn't have to be perfect, as my girlfriend Liz explained. Now, I have what I know about this craft has been taught to me from Liz Crochet and More. She does have a tutorial video. So if you guys want to check out her video, please do. She is a good teacher and a absolutely wonderful friend. I know some people don't don't like that she has a free running mouth, but I absolutely love that about her. She says exactly what she thinks, and I never have to decode her at all. So I absolutely love Miss Liz. And if you like honest, funny, entertaining type of channel, I guarantee you will like Liz. Oh, thank you, Mimi. They actually need to fill in something awful, but next week maybe. I have a really good girl now. I really like her, and she's not too far away, thankfully. I don't much care for leaving the house or going too far away by myself. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Didn't realize you guys couldn't see my hand. Go. Fitting for a yarny channel, I think. Hello, Mateo. Welcome in. Yeah, I don't really leave the house very often, especially by myself. I'm a big girl and I can. I'm really strange like that. Like when I have the ability to go and do whatever it is that I please with whenever I please, whatever. I have absolutely zero desire to go anywhere, do anything, whatever. When I don't have a car or no money or whatever the situation is that I can't do anything, then it drives me absolutely crazy and I want to leave the house more than anything in the world. Hello, Miss Mona. Welcome in, sweetheart. It's wonderful to see you. Now, this is the needle that I have chosen. It's one of just my multi-packs. Unfortunately, none of these needles have a size stamped on them. I wish that they did. Yeah, I'm awful that way. If I can go somewhere, I have no desire. If I can't, oh yeah, then I'm mad because I can't go nowhere and I'm being trapped. Now, the number one thing with this is your yarn has to be free flowing. So pull it out, get a bunch of it, make a mess. It really needs to be free flowing. If there's any tension on your yarn, it is going to mess up your project. So the last thing you want is a bunch of tension on your yarn, pulling it back out while you're punching away. And this is definitely one of those crafts that if you're a little irritated with the people around you and you just need some time by yourself because you're this is a great craft to do. This and needle felting, two of the best crafts for when you're a little ornery, need to take out a little bit of aggression that, because none of us likes to hoop and holler and whatnot, but every once in a while. And now this, I don't know if you guys can actually see it or not. There is a threader in my hand, a long needle threader. And you take that, you shove it up the shaft of your needle. And then this is a pain in the tuchus with long nails. You open it up. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. There we go. See my nails in between that? So I'm going to stick this yarn. Again, pain in the tuchus with long nails. There we go. Through there. Then we're going to pull it back through our needle. And we got to take it off. And then we got to stick it through. See, there's a hole in the head of our needle, right? So stick that through there. Pick your thread up again. Obviously, I have way too much pulled out. Shove your thread through there again. Pull it out the back side. And then you're all done with that for a while. This is a 4-weight yarn. I am using a Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo. Now, I do have needles here in this kit that I got off of Amazon. And if anybody wants to know about this kit, I can link it afterwards. I did not think to do so before. This particular kit didn't come with this one, but it came with large sections of cloth as well as 2 smaller sections, which is this one here and the one that we have on the hoop. It came with like 5 or 6 hoops. It also came with an entire bag of sewing needles, a little bigger than actual like thread needles. It came with a snippers. It came with this needle, which is fixed to a specific size, I believe. And again, unfortunately, this particular kit, there is no millimeter size or anything punched onto any of these needles. So you will need a gauging tool if you want to know for sure what gauge needle you are using. But they come from, this one would probably do a little bit thicker than sewing thread. This particular needle here would probably do like a sewing thread. This one maybe 2 strands of embroidery floss. That one again is just a hair bit bigger, and they just keep getting a little bigger and a little bigger. Now I do believe all of these go on here, so you can just remove them. That's one style of needle that was in this kit. They also had this style of needle, which this one here, you can adjust the depth, how long your loops will be on the other side of your fabric. And then you would tighten that down after you've decided. Now this one would be, you could definitely do like a 4-weight yarn with this one. With this one here, you probably do about a 3-weight yarn. Again, that one's probably about a 2-weight yarn. This one here, you could probably do about a 4-weight yarn. Again, it's an adjustable needle where you can do the height of the needle. And then they had this style as well in this kit. And again, this one would probably take about a 2-weight yarn. I think I paid $24, $25 for this entire kit. Like I said, it came with great big chunks of fabric as well as these 2 smaller chunks and all the needles. Hello, Miss Kim. Welcome in. Now, you can start anywhere you want. I'm going to make the heart purple. I'm just going to go in, stab down, pick it up, and now you're go just a little bit forward, stab down, come up, go a little ways forward, and just keep doing that over and over again. And I'll stop in just a moment and show you what's going on the other side. Now you don't want to come down too far or go too far away. You also Don't want to go too fast. And like I said, you got to keep your yarn loosey-goosey. Now, since that's through, I'll show you what's going on over here. So now you see I've got nice little loops on this side. They're not sticking, you know, way out. You just keep moving your needle as if you were making a sewing line. Now, if you make a mistake, I'll show you in just a second. I say, I did that, right? And I said, oh, shoot, I shouldn't have put that there. So you can pull that out and you just give the fabric a little rub up and down and it fixes. So you can fix a mistake. Of course, you want to fix your thread a little bit and then just keep going. And when you finish this, you can put another piece of fabric on the back side here, or you can use some adhesive to kind of tack everything in place so that it doesn't come back out. Or you can just simply hang it on the wall and not worry about it. See, flip it over. Isn't that cute? And what are you guys working on tonight? Have any of you ever, oh, I got my needle going in the wrong direction. Have any of you ever tried this needle punching before? Are you interested in trying needle punching? I found out about it because I was walking around Hobby Lobby one day. See, my thread got a little snug, so it didn't stay. And I seen the needle, and it said needle punching. So I'm like, huh? What's that? And so then I come home and I watched. Of course, I bought the needle because, you know, it was only a couple bucks. Yes, you can make rugs with needle punch. Matter of fact, Miss Liz has made a few rugs for her house with needle punch, and she's also made some coasters. You can also make wall hangings. You can do it for use for about anything. Well, sending all kinds of love and light for you, Mimi Tammy. I hope that your surgery goes well and that you heal up very quickly, that it improves your sight the way that you need it to. Uh, please do rest well, sweetheart. We are thinking about you and sending all kinds of positivity your way. Nice. Michael's has some clearance going on. I haven't been to Michael's in probably, oh goodness, at least 2 years now since the last time I went to Michael's. But since they bought out Joann's, I guess I will have to try them again. If any of you watch Miss Carrie Penny, the Happy Crafty Homemaker, you will know already that my local Michael's isn't anything to brag about. Um, Unfortunately, neither was our Joann's at the end. I'm not sure how I feel about all that, but I am happy that we will still have the ability to get some fabric, possibly. Oh, awesome, Sally. I would love to see yours when it's done. I think this looks a little bit nicer to me when it's done with a smaller needle and smaller thread. I like the overall the finish of it when it's done with smaller needle and thread. But this is enjoyable to do. And like I said, it's for me, it is a great. Oh, I'm having a bad day, but I don't want to. I don't want to sit here and holler at the king, and I don't want to be grumpy and moody and whatever. So, oh goodness sakes, um, it is a great way to just kind of let out some of those, you know, upset feelings, angry feelings, whatever, when you're just having a bad day, because we're all of us have bad days, no matter how sweet and kind and loving and caring of a person we are, people can get on our nerves, you know. Well, to keep the Bridget bags going, I would have to have a massive channel boom. So I just found out that my website, right after I'm looking at closing it down, will be due again for paying for the domain and I call this the back. I know some people use it as the front. I particularly don't. I think that this side looks nicer. Obviously, I got to fill in that a little bit yet. Um, but I like this side better for me. So I use this side as the back. And I would put, like, if this was going to be a rug, right? Which is not. But if it was going to be a rug, I would put like an anti-slip, the bumpy things that's on the back side of rugs, or that you can buy to put in your cabinet for your glasses and your bowls so they don't slip around so much. I would put that on the back of here and probably sew that onto there. One, to keep this side safe, but also two, for an anti-slip, because having rugs on the floor, when you're getting up there in age, which, I'm not a spring chicken anymore, and neither is the king. We got to worry about those things. We don't want to put things on the floor that we might be walking along and lose our footing, right? Oh, I think Liz probably does this better than I do, but it's fun either way, whether you're great at it or not. Yeah, you're right. The it should be backwards. I didn't think about that. I've never designed my own. I just knew I wanted to do something simple, um, more simple design since I was doing it on a live. But I will change that. You are absolutely correct. It should be backwards. Thank goodness Kim G is in the house to save us. Hey, you're doing that wrong. That just goes to show you guys that everybody makes mistakes. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's called Punch Needle, Miss Wanda, and thank you very much, sweetheart. I will play you a little thank you song in just a moment. And there's Miss Mona. What kind of wonderful things you got growing, Miss Mona? I know you got a beautiful garden going on this year. You guys don't know Miss Mona, sift in some soil and more. She does a really fun live and she knows a lot about plants and growing stuff. She's more of a late night lady, which I definitely appreciate because I'm always up in the middle of the night looking for something to do or someone to listen to. I prefer the loopy side myself, Miss Karen, but I know some people prefer the smoother side. I don't know. To me, this more looks more art artsy to me. Um, Now, obviously, I'll have to put a border on this, and so that you'll see that it's actually a heart. Because on this side, it just looks like a glob. Um, so I will have to put a liner in there. But I'm learning this. Oh, Miss Deborah says we have an ad. I'm kind of learning this with you. I have the function of everything down. I have completed a very small project. Um, but there's still a lot for me to learn with this as well. But I promised to make you guys a video last week, and then I got extremely busy with the father-in-law and everything going on with him, which I will update you guys on in just a little bit. Uh, but I got busy doing all that, and I just didn't end up with time to do the punch needle video. So I'm like, well, I didn't get it done, so let's do it live. And hey, bonus to doing it live, no editing. Ooh, yummy, Miss Mona. I'm coming over for dinner. Ooh, that sounds wonderful. I pretty much got my herb bed going, and then I got some tomatoes growing. Besides that, ain't a whole lot of nothing going on out there. Well, I did plant some what you call some squash and some muskmelon and some cucumbers, but I've got a rabbit or a deer or something that is eating my little baby plants off as fast as they come up. The squirrels are getting at your tomatoes, huh, Miss Mona? That's no good. Tell them squirrels they better share. I'm just filling this in just a little bit. Or I kind of could put a bit more in. There we go. Hello, Miss Marianne. Welcome in. Oh, and just in case you guys don't know, Crystal, the Yarny Chicken Crazy Cat lady, is got a birthday thing going on, and I have donated a prize to that. So if you want a chance at winning one of my bags, you can have a chance over there. I also have donated one to Mama G for her party coming up. So if you don't know those ladies, please do make friends with them as well. If you need their links, I can put them in the description box after the live. But Mama G is absolutely awesome, and so is her daughter Rusty. And then if she's still in the room, I don't know if she is, but she was here just a little while ago. Miss Renee has gotten up to 50 subscribers on her second channel, and she's looking to do her first live giveaway as well. So you guys might want to make friends with Miss Renee as well, not because she's doing a giveaway, but because, hey, it's fun to go to a party and we should know people before we go to their parties. Get to know her as soon as possible. Oh, Miss Mama Winch, you got something to go check out, huh? Oh, that's awesome of you, Miss Wanda. Crystal is such a sweetheart. I really do enjoy her channel and enjoy her as a lovely friend. Oh, where did I put my scissors? I have misplaced the scissors. We're just gonna snip that off. Oh, thank you. This is actually, I was going to tell you guys, if you've seen my Happy Mail video, this cute little dress right here that I have on was a gift from Melanie. And it fits absolutely perfectly. I'd never had a girl give me a dress before, I don't think. I had a girl give me a skirt before, but I'd never had a girl give me a dress before. So that was fun. Dropped it. Next, I'm going to change colors and I'm going to go with black next. I'm going to do an outline of our heart. Should have done the outline first. Yeah, the only thing I'm scared of a little bit is me and white don't generally get along real well because I am not girly in the fact that if something happens and I can jump in and do something with an animal or in the garden or whatever, yeah, I don't tend to think about what I have on. So my clothes, unfortunately, end up getting all stained up and messed up because I don't think about it. And so the king absolutely loves how long my nails have gotten, and I really like them being long as well. But again, I don't think about it when doing things, and I jump in and end up hurting my fingers because I ram my nails backwards. Something silly because I wasn't thinking and I just jumped in to do something. Oh, yeah, I am 150 million% tomboy. I didn't resemble a girl pretty much at all until I got pregnant with my daughter. Before I had her, I was like jeans, hair tied back all the time in a ponytail. I had long hair, like it was down to my butt. Um, but it was always tied back, always slicked back. I always wore great big baggy t-shirts, great big baggy jeans. Heck, I even used to sag my jeans a bit. Not as much as they sag jeans nowadays, but yeah, I used to sag my jeans and wear combat boots and work boots and whatnot. I think a lot of it was growing up on the farm, you know. Um, it was just that's the way it was. But I don't know. My little girl just softened me so much. Like I went from my favorite color was like hunter green and navy blue to pink, to I still want to go fishing. I love fishing. I love hunting, but now I want to look cute while I do it. It's just so strange. Good night, Miss Marianne. Rest well, sweetheart. Yeah, I ain't mad at it, but I don't know about this being a girl stuff. Nah, it's all right. As long as no one expects me to wear makeup on a more than like once, maybe twice a year basis. Like I tried for the channel for a little while because I did notice there was a bit of a difference in my viewer count if I would do my makeup up and whatnot. But that's not me. And I felt very fake. I felt like I had to become the person that y'all knew when I was putting the makeup on to do my videos and whatnot. And that's just, it's not who I am. It's not how I like to present. I mean, there's nothing wrong with wearing makeup. For people that have that talent to do their makeup, it's absolutely amazing. I just, I don't have the talent, nor do I have the want to gain the talent, I guess, or to learn how to do it better or whatever. It's just not my style. And if anybody'd like to come up and say hi and craft with me for a while, you're more than welcome to. Just let me know and I will drop the link. The only thing that I require is that your camera is up and that I can see your face. Yeah, the king really likes it when I do my makeup, and every once in a while I will for him, like if we're going to go out and do something, special or whatever. But most of the time, yeah, not so much. It's just not my cup of tea. Enjoy your lunch, Miss Lisa. She's been having all kinds of fun outings. I've been watching. That's how I get my social outings. I go with Lisa and I watch her videos. She'll go out and about and show me what's out and about. Of course, unfortunately, I will probably never get to see the things that she gets to see every day, being down in Australia. Although I would love to, because who wouldn't love to go to Australia? Let's see, how are we looking? There we go. What do you guys think of that? It's not perfect, you know. It's kind of cute. Now you could definitely like fill in the whole thing and then, make it a full rug. Or you could, cut it off and have it be like a coffee coaster type thing. Make it into a coaster for your coffee cup in the morning. But it's fun to play with. It feels cool. I think I did a little bit better with the black. The loops are a little bit more even. Well, thank you. Let me write this down, and I still owe Miss Wanda a song. I almost forgot. Hello, Miss Julie. Welcome in, sweetheart. It's wonderful to see you. Let's see. I forgot. Oh, here we go. Wrong one. And Miss Wanda says, I don't wear makeup and don't go with my Jeep. That's right. Right? Yeah, it's. Oh, let's see who got them. Miss Sally Stephen and Mandy and Beth Toller and Gems by Anastasia and Me Ma D Don P. Congratulations and welcome to the memberships. Well, we're one away with only no, five away with a minute and 30 to go. Oh well, no biggie. We are gonna do. No, come on now. My StreamYard giveaway tool's acting up. There we go. Quite the strange word for our entry, but let's see, what present? Go. If you guys want to be entered into our appreciation giveaway for the month, please enter the word punch or punch needle into the chat. Do it a couple times just to make sure that it takes. And then we will pick 5 people to have them be written down. Uh, so went and seen Daddy again today. He is doing a little bit better. The pneumonia, um, well, the other day, I say he's doing a little bit better because they did let him out of his chair or out of his bed today. For the last couple days, he was in the bed and he was NPO, where he was not allowed to eat and or drink at all. However, today he was allowed to try and eat with the nurses in the room. He was having some issues choking and having a hard time swallowing. Obviously, that's not good. But like I said, he was able to get up and sit in the chair. This is my soon-to-be father-in-law. Um, he was put in the hospital last week after he has dementia, and some of the people in the family don't want to admit that he has dementia, which I understand. With our loved ones, we don't want to see sometimes what's going on with them, um, because it hurts, and that is completely understandable. However, it doesn't help them. It doesn't help anybody to deny the issues that they're having. Um, and he kind of long but short story. He went up to McDonald's, got into another wreck. Now, this man was a master mechanic. He not only worked on cars out of his home, but he also was the mechanic for a race team back in the day of dirt track racing. So I say that to say that he is extremely good with cars. However, when the cops were called because he was acting out of sorts while up at McDonald's, he was found in his car and not being able to start his car. He did not know how to start his automatic car. The reason he couldn't get it started is he had left it in drive when he shut it off. So, and then the responding officer had to explain to him step by step how to put the car into park and then start the car. The officer very rightly would not let him leave the scene. They called the ambulance. He was put in the hospital. They found not only was he was having a really bad day with the dementia, but he also had pneumonia. Now this man also has COPD and emphysema, so his lungs are not real strong. He has also had open heart surgery um, just a few years ago, and he lives on his own. Today, we found out that when he does leave the hospital, he will probably be going to a care facility, at least for the short term, as in a rehab facility, um, because he is a danger to himself and to anybody else that happens to be on the road when he decides to get out there. So hopefully this will wake everybody in the family up, and he will um, be getting what it is that he needs from now on. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of update of what's going on there. He is doing a little bit better, although he still is in need of your thoughts and prayers, or positive will. However you do it, it is very, very appreciated. He is a really good man, and I hate to see anybody go through something like this. Okay, let's see. Nope. We have 17 entries. We are going to draw 5. Here goes the first one. Michelle Romano. Congratulations. And our next first person is Mary. Congratulations. I love the confetti that StreamYard does. That is so cool. Draw again. Melanie J. Congratulations. StreamYard is having an M Love Fest tonight. Draw again. Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. We're going to stick with the M's. And last but not least, Mateo Riviera. Congratulations. That's too funny. I guess it was a good day to have a name. Starts with an M. Right? All M's. We got Michelle, Mary, Melanie. Yeah, that is hilarious. Let's see. I am going to drop out with this camera, so it's going to go silent for just a moment, guys. All right. So I'm going to add more to this. I'm going to keep adding. Sorry about that. I had myself running on the YouTube side and forgot to mute that before I brought the camera back up. So I'm going to add more to our punch needle. I'll think of something else to put on there, and hopefully I'll have that done by next week, and we will draw somebody to take that home, or add it into the prize pack. I don't know which yet, but somebody will take it home, and I guess what I'll probably do is reverse this, since y'all reminded me it needed to be reversed before I could punch it in. And then we'll be able to send it home with somebody. Also, If you guys enjoyed this style of live where we do a little some kind of project together, I have been talking to one of my girlfriends about possibly doing something just like that, but with the two of us on the screen, maybe either a Wednesday night or a Thursday night, if that sounds like something you guys would be interested in. Please let me know because both of us, excuse me, do multiple crafts, and I think it would be a lot of fun to go through some non-yarny crafts and some yarny crafts because both of us do multiple yarny crafts as well. So it doesn't necessarily have to be just yarn. It might be maybe we'll do like the puzzle building one night when it's a puzzle that I don't have to glue everything onto it. Or we can do the glass etching. There's all kinds of things. We can do some wood burning, maybe some candle making, a live make along. We can definitely do a live make along. Would you guys like it to be crochet and knitting or some other yarn craft? We can also do like a live crochet with me. Yeah, we can do soap making. Soap making is definitely a possibility. I really enjoy making it, and the king's going to need some more soap here probably in the next few weeks. I'm going to have to make him up another batch because it does have to cure for a while prior to usage. So I generally try to make it up once he has like 3 or 4 bars left. I make him up another batch so that batch is completely cured by the time he could use it. I love that too, Miss Wanda. I love it when you guys can come and hang out with me. We probably won't do like cross stitch because that gets a little tedious. I mean, it's a lot of fun, but it does get a little tedious. But I have a lot of crafts that I enjoy doing. So I thought, on these lives when I'm by myself, I can do something that's, a little bit more focused on a project. So I don't have to sit here and go, oh boy, what do I talk to you guys about? Because I don't have any kind of life, right? So I really don't have anything to talk about other than my crafts. And I don't do politics, Soap making is a lot of fun. I can definitely do soap making with you guys. It's not a hard process. The hardest thing with soap making is having the patience to wait for everything to temperature adjust. Because when you're melting all your main ingredients together, the temperature goes up a good bit. Dry peppers. Yeah, I could probably do a something like that, Miss Terry. And sorry, with the soap making, the most difficult part about soap making is when you add your lye to water. When that dry product hits the water, there is a chemical reaction that shoots the temperature of the water up quite high, like 130, 140 degrees, something like that. And so what you have to do is you have to wait for that lye and water solution to come down to about 115 to 120 degrees. And you also need your oils, your fats. That also needs to be at around 115 to 120 degrees. Having them match in temperature is ideal. So that's like the biggest thing is it takes a lot of patience. You have to let things do as they're going to do, and you have to stand there and keep checking and keep checking and keep checking. And then you just mix it all up together, you pour it in the molds, and voila, you've got soap. Well, here in South Carolina, garlic is generally planted in the fall, and I believe they harvest it in the very early spring, but I'm not 100% sure. I have tried garlic here a couple times, but haven't had success yet. I need to talk to a few of the local growers to see how they do it. Much love, Miss Wanda. You rest well, sweetheart. Thank you for coming in. I highly recommend, Miss Sally. Although, if it's probably better to do soap making like with a friend that has all the stuff to do it, rather than buy all the stuff required to do it once to find out if you like it. And I say that because, you got to use a pan that you're not going to cook in again. You also need a submersion blender, or stick blender. They're not expensive, but if you're only going to use it once, that's rather expensive. You will also need, if you're going to follow the recipe I do, you need olive oil. You also need shea butter, and you need lye, and one other kind of oil. I'll have to look at it. But I could put out an ingredients list, say the week before we're going to make the soap. So if you wanted to make soap with me, or, there's always, if there was enough interest in it, I do have the Discord. Yes, I use lye with my soap. I like the way that it cleans. You can use straight shea butter, which is basically just a melt and store. Yeah, you could probably find some of the stuff at thrift stores. I guess I don't really utilize them a whole lot myself, just because a lot of times the thrift stores where I live, their stuff is almost as expensive as getting it out of the store brand new. Yeah, I make mine from scratch. Yeah, really the ingredients for making the soap are not extremely expensive. However, you are going to, if you buy it the way that I did, you're going to get well more than what you need to do a batch of soap up. But we could also do stuff like, making dream catchers. We can do some beading projects. There's so much that we can do. No, my molds that I use are actually all made out of silicone. I have just square molds. I also have shaped molds where, like, they put an imprint into the soap. Like, shoot, I don't know where she is. I think it's in my small bathroom. This last time that I made soap, I made one that had a little witch standing on it, and there was a little black cat and a full moon. Very, very cute. Yeah, lye, it can be. You definitely don't want to be breathing it in or getting it on your skin, so it is highly suggested that you wear gloves. I am very hard-headed in that way, and I will tell you to wear the gloves that I am not putting on. Yeah, all I have right now are the silicone molds. I don't have now. Some people get the plastic. They're like plastic or they're metal, and they got long screws, and you can unscrew them, and then you cut your blocks or your soap once. Yes, eye protection is definitely cucumbers bothering their skin. That's wild. Cucumbers such a mild. That's right. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm going to tell you guys to use all the safety gear, and then I'm going to stand there and show you how to do it without it. I am very Capricorn and very Italian, sometimes very, very bullheaded. Although, with my, I do wear glasses, so I do have some eye protection. Let's see, Mimi G. It's nice to meet you. Welcome in. Well, I suggest for mental well-being or mental health, small projects. So pot holders, um, washcloths, hats, scarves, mitts, small baby blankets. And the reason I say small projects is because every time you finish a project, you get an endorphin run, uh, an endorphin rush. It feels good to your brain to finish a project, which is and that's very, very good. For your mental well-being, it gives you a little boost and will look what I did, look what I made, and it doesn't take very long at all to do so. Plus there is the added benefit that pot holders, washcloths, stuff like that are always useful, are always in need, and are great for donations. For and that's another thing that makes people feel very good about themselves, especially people that are maybe struggling a little bit. Doing something for someone else can make you feel absolutely wonderful inside. So, making up a bunch of potholders for a charity that helps veterans or homeless people, you get a double banger. You get a very quick project. Plus, you're helping your veterans out, or you're helping homeless people out, or you're helping domestic violence victims out. Whatever charity or whatever that touches your heart the closest is what I say to stick your love into. You know, because if it makes you feel good and it's got the added benefit of helping somebody else out, I mean, that's a win-win all the way around. Yeah, Christmas gifts are an awesome way to spend your time and make yourself feel real good, especially, if you're going to hand make everything for the holidays as gifts instead of going out and buying gifts. It's a good idea to get started now because we all think, oh, we only need a month or two, and then 2 weeks before Christmas, we're hooking so fast that our fingers are falling off. Yeah. Awesome. And you know, if you make any or have your group make any, Mimi, I would love to see them. You're more than welcome to share that on my community page or join the Facebook group and share over there. Tell us what you're doing, what you got going on. We'd love to see it. Or you can just email me. If you'd rather just a person to person type of situation, you're more than welcome to reach out via email or Instagram, something like that. That's an awesome idea, Karen, for sure. Doing some felting around the soap, that would be an awesome idea. I haven't tried wet felting yet. That would be something fun we could try together. I've done needle felting, but I haven't done wet felting as of yet. I know Mama G does it. Could probably tap on her shoulders and pick her brains on doing that. Yeah, always looking for the next fun project to do, you know? And I got some projects I want to get painted up. We could probably do some a little bit of painting together as well, bringing a little bit of art to our craft. And I want to show you guys. I have to go around 6 more legs where I single crochet the front part of the leg to the back part of the leg, and then I have to sew his eyes on, and the Kraken number 2 will be done. I have his eyes and his eyelids are already done. I just need to get them popped into place and sewed on once I finish this, going around each leg and making it back to the beginning here. So hopefully before I go to bed tonight, oh, you're fine, Miss Mimi. Ain't nobody in here gonna uh get too upset about much anything as long as you're not, being rude or crude. To let dry, sort of like curling soap. I don't think I've heard of curling soap. I think if you if you wet felted wool to go all the way around the soap, I think that would dry out fairly decently as long as it was left in a decent spot. I think that should work pretty decent. A lot better than it would if it was cotton anyways. Oh, curing. Um, I would probably, I don't know, I think I would probably cure the soap before I did the felting around the soap. But I don't know. Maybe you might be able to do the felted, like if you felted the wool like all the way around, right? And the bottom, and then stuck your soap inside and just felted the top before before the soap cured, I think that would be all right. I'm not sure. Did the felt soap with a sewing group. Good night, Michelle. Thank you for coming in. I hope you rest well and see you next week, sweetheart. I will have a video out for sure on Thursday for you guys. And I was tagged in one of those question videos. I need to get that done. I'm sure Nessa thinks I forgot all about it, and I almost did. But it's on the to-do list, so that video should be coming out here pretty soon. On Thursday, we'll have the Pokeball video for the week. I'm not sure exactly when my girlfriend and I will be starting our lives together, whether it's going to be this week or next week, but that will be starting up pretty soon. We're probably going to do like back and forth between her channel and mine, you know, because we want her channel to keep growing as well. Hello, Miss Karen. Welcome in, sweetheart. Thank you for popping in and saying hello. We are having a wonderful evening here. I hope yours as well. So we got all kinds of fun stuff going on that we are going to be getting into. Hopefully all of it will go even better than planned. Oh, that is awesome, Miss Karen. Thank you for sharing, sweetheart. Yeah, Karen ABQ and Karen JSP. Absolutely wonderful. Well, guys, I think I am going to head on out of here. I'm going to finish up this cracking, and I got a little something I want to get made up so that it can be sent out on Thursday when payday comes. I hope everybody has a wonderful week. I hope that you enjoyed the needle punching, and we will come up with some more fun things to do together. I hope that you enjoyed the new giveaway thing that we have started. Like I said, it's just an appreciation because I don't know about this getting stuff for free stuff. I would rather give something back when I get something. So until next time, I truly hope that you are crafting your happiness. I love you all. Bye for now.
From a princess to a queen, finding a way. With each flap of her wings, learning to sway. Following her heart on a breeze so tight.